How many distinguishable permutations are there of the letters graph? So you always count how many letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 factorial goes on the top, and it's divided by any repeated letters. Do any of the letters repeat?
No.
No. So your answer is just 5 factorial, which is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 120.
You're wrong, Sue.
21. The letters A, B, C, D, E are written on slips of paper and put into an envelope. Find the
Probability.
which means my answer is a fraction. They're pulled in alphabetical order. So how many letters do I have? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. Okay, if it's alphabetical order, A has to come first, which means you have one choice out of how many? 5. A's done now. So then you have one choice out of 4, and then 1 out of 2, and 1 out of 1. So my answer is 1 over 120. Okay, questions? All right, 22. Again, notice our totals are not done. So add down all your different columns to get your totals. So I have 220, I have 330, and those two add to make 550, and then I have 250 and 300. Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, probability of Catholic. So if you go to Catholic and you go all the way over, what is your total Catholic? 250 out of our total, which is 550. Remember, if two numbers end in a 0, you can cancel those zeros out. And then 25 divided by 5 is 5, and 55 divided by 5 is 11. So the answer is 5 over 11. Okay, Catholic and Spanish. So all we have to do on this one is go where they overlap. So how many Catholics in Spanish are there? 130 divided by 550. Not appropriate at all. Okay.
Because you're just trying to find a Catholic.
No, you are always doing it over the total. So out of, there's 130 people that match both categories out of the 550.
Alright, will it ever be like 130 out of 250? Like, could it ever be a situation like that?
Yes, that's in the given then one, would be like that. Okay, so then we end up, we cancel out the zeros and we get 13 over 55. Okay, C, Catholic or Spanish. What happens when I see or? Add. Okay, how many Catholics are there? Total Catholics. 250 out of 550. Plus, how many Spanish total are there? 330 out of 550. And how many overlap? How many Catholics and Spanish overlap? This is where they overlap, where it has Catholic and Spanish meet together. So they overlap 130 out of 550. So we go through, and 250 plus 330 makes 580. 580 minus 130 equals 450 out of 550. We can cancel out our zeros and then divide by 5 again, and we get 9 over 11 is correct. Last one, D. Remember, this is the given then problem. Baptist, given that they're Italian. So on top is always the overlapping part. So how many Baptists and Italian? 100 divided by the total of what came second. So what is the total of Italian? Nope. Or 220. Did you say 320? Okay, total of Italian. If you take Italian and you go down, your total Italian is 220. Then you can reduce. These zeros cancel. We can divide by 2 and we get 5 over 11.